welcome to New Catalog Day. I'm so excited. It is the best day of the Stampin' Up! Year. New Catalog Day. Yay. I hope you're having a good day. I need to put my Stampin' Lips on. I would love to see if I can finagle this. I'm feeling like I'm not going to be able to though. Oh, maybe. Let's see. Let's just see here. I guess my mini hands are not opposable enough for Stampin' Lips. So I am super excited to see you guys here today. I was actually supposed to be at a track meet yesterday. Yesterday's Monday, right? It was a long day. I was supposed to be at a track meet yesterday, but it got canceled because a storm blew through, and apparently, like, you can't run on the track in cleats, like, or spikes when there's lightning. Whatever. Anyway, I'm just hoping, though, it might have been Carl's last track meet, and I'm hoping it wasn't, because that would be kind of a bummer to have to end the season on that note, but it was really wonderful because I did not have a few extra hours yesterday in the day. I worked 18 hours yesterday as it was, so it was kind of a relief that it got canceled. And then, of course, I was planning on doing my live today anyway, and so it all just kind of worked out because it's the new catalog and I can show you things, and oh, yay! So excited. So I am normally not one of those people, but I stayed up last night so that I could order my first order. I say first orders, I think I've placed 5 orders now from the new catalog, but my first order was for me, the things that I wanted out of the catalog. And I know y'all gonna ask, no, I didn't get everything. I love some things, but I didn't get everything. And I placed my product share order for the first round. I still I'm going to leave it open for just a little bit longer, and then I will be doing my last round of orders. And then what else did I order? Game night and yeah, all the things. So anyway, I'm so excited. And I have all new catalog stuff to show you today. So I'm very excited about that. Now, normally, I overnighted my order. I mean, let's be honest, that's just who I am as a person. But I normally go live tomorrow to show you what I got, but I'm not going to do that because I'm taking the day off tomorrow. I need to do a little primping for my trip to Hawaii, and I have some errands to run, so I will be gone all day. My big thing is that Mama's gonna get her gray covered with some highlights. Gotta blonde things up for the summer, so I'm really looking forward to that. And I also just have some odds and ends I need to take care of before my trip. One thing is I need to deal with the swimsuit situation. So here's the deal. My swimsuit's at the cabin. The cabin is about 3 hours from here. I really don't have time to go to the cabin, but I really don't have time to look for a swimsuit that fits. And I really don't want to buy a swimsuit, and I'm pretty sure I don't have time to get a swimsuit online. So I'm pretty sure I'm going to have to figure out a way to drive to my cabin. It is a first world problem for sure. But let's just say Corona has not been good to this body. And I'm okay with that, but I need a swimsuit for Hawaii. So I'm just saying. Okay. Also, I have the most amazing thing to tell you. First, well, I guess show you is more appropriate. I got this package, and I kind of knew something really cool was going to happen, but you never know. And she's on here, this little stinker. So Jamie is on here. Jamie is a fellow demonstrator from Michigan, and she sent me, I showed you guys, I think, oh, they are upstairs. I know they're upstairs. My Outlander masks that Jamie made me with the Jamie Fraser print plaid, you know, from Outlander. Jamie. Anyway, she sent me this package today, you guys. She said she wanted to send me something special for Hawaii, which was really, 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 really sweet. And I was thinking, oh, she'll send me a couple masks. And she did. But she also sent some other stuff, and it was incredibly sweet. So first, she sent some masks of, you know, the right theme. Or maybe they're like this. Look at this, you guys. Oh, so cute. Okay, here's another one. So she sent me 4 masks, I think. Here's another one. Look at how cute this one is. Like, I need to get an outfit to match this mask. Then she sent this one, which I presume is for my husband. And by the way, she makes all these. So, super cool. So here's kind of a more manly one. Very cute. It's got a little, like, batik print and whatnot. Okay. Are you ready for the Mac Daddy of masks? This almost makes wearing masks bearable to me. Almost. I hate masks. I'm just saying. Look at this. Do you guys recognize? Do you see what's happening right here? This is amazing. This is my stamp set, the dies, and she stamped on this. Like, can you even stand that? I cannot wait to show Shelly and Sarah. I'm so excited. So look at how cute this is. And do you notice the color? Oh, I'm not even going to tell you. I'm not even gonna lie. It brought tears to my eyes. How incredibly special is this? And like, just the most kind thing in the whole wide world. So thank you so much. And I know Jamie's on here watching. I saw her pop on right away. Okay, let me show you what else she sent, because she's a little stinker. This is a knitting project bag. It's so cute. I had to laugh on here. It says, I'm not retired. Knitting is a full-time job. That is kind of true. I learned how to knit. I forgot how to cook. Also true. Isn't this just so cute? And it's kind of see-through, which is nice because then you can see what's in here. I will totally use this. So yeah, so awesome. Okay, but wait, there's more. She also made the prettiest card, and my what do you call it? Assistant, Becky. She was here earlier, and I showed her this, and she's like, "Oh my gosh, that is such a nice color combination." And I said, "Yeah, I really can't use my stamp set without using bright, happy colors. But look at this card she made me. Isn't that pretty?" So this is my stamp set in kind of more like earthy, pretty tones. So cool. So I really liked this as well. I thought this was so pretty. And like I said, I really struggle to, and here's the inside, by the way. I really struggle to not use bright, happy colors with my stamp set because that's just what I feel, but I really like the subtleness of this. So very pretty. So thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you from the bottom of my heart, Jamie. You will make wearing a mask on a resort on a tropical island almost bearable. Almost. I'm so thankful for your kindness. I also have to show you what's left of another little treat I got in the mail. Oh, actually, maybe I can't. I got a package of butter cookies. What are they called? All of a sudden my brain is blanking. I put them in as a little extra something in my retreat boxes this last time. They're shortbread cookies. What are they called? They're Scottish shortbread cookies, you know, in the red and black package. Why can't I think of them? Anyway, so so Cindy, who I'm pretty sure I saw Cindy on here earlier too. She sent me a package of these cookies and they're so good. So anyway, I put I I would say I was gonna show this to you a while ago and I kept eating them. And I think they might be gone. I thought I still had one left in the package, but they're really good. Anyway, she sent me this super cute card, and I just thought this was the sweetest. So thank you so much, Cindy. And she had a really sweet message. This was just the best, and your cookies have been well loved, like well loved. So I'm so grateful. Walkers, thank you. Oh my gosh, how could I not remember that? I like love them. They're one of my favorite treats. So anyway, thank you guys so much. And also I've been getting a few thank you cards in the mail already, which is just the sweetest. So thank you all so much for thinking of me. May is a great month for a birthday. I actually will be celebrating my birthday while we're in Hawaii, which is a nice little treat. I have to laugh because I was talking to my mom this morning and she asked me how old I was, and I really had to think about it. It took a second. So I gotta see. I saw a little something on here. So yeah. So I saw Beth Ann says, I think the CDC guidelines are now saying we don't need masks outside if we're vaccinated. Yeah. Hawaii has a different set of rules. Just saying. I sort of don't blame them, but I'm also sort of over the whole COVID thing 100%. Where else? Okay. Yeah. So anyway, it was really, really fun to get fun little packages in the mail. So thank you guys so much. So I said I was stayed up really late last night. I had a really hard time falling asleep at 2 o'clock this morning. I knew I needed to get up. Oh my gosh. I knew I needed to get up this morning to get things done. But I stayed up and got my orders, and I'm glad because then I didn't have to worry about it this morning. So we leave for Hawaii at the end of next week. Let's see. What else do I have to tell you? I'm just like looking around. What are my reminders? Ooh, I gotta grab something off my desk. Hold on. All right. So it's been quite a busy little time around here. Both at Stampin' Up! And the Creativity Cave. Of course, the new catalog launched today, which is so awesome. And I've got a bunch of things happening right now, which I'm going to go through and explain everything to you. And then I also have some specials going on with Stampin' Up! There's just a lot going on. So the first thing is, and by the way, I have links, I think, for just about everything in the description of this video right now, and I'll put the rest, if there's anything I'm missing, I'll put it in when I'm done. But first and foremost, Amy said, what was the name of my stamp set? It's called Pretty Perennials. It's in the January to June catalog, and it's still available. Someone said... someone said, does everyone going to Hawaii have to be vaccinated? No. What was another question? Yeah. Okay. Oops, sorry. Okay. So the first thing is our new catalog kickoff party has started. Today was kind of the first day, but we sort of officially kick it off on Thursday with a meet and greet video, live video that you can be a part of. The catalog kickoff is an event I've been doing for quite a few, pretty much with every catalog for the last several years. And I've teamed up with Kelly and Barb on the last one and this one again. And we have some really awesome stuff planned for you. Of course, all the things you've come to expect. We'll do 3 exclusive lives with awesome projects. We will do game night. Well, not really game night. We're going to just do games. We're going, and none of them you have to be present. None of the prizes you have to be present for. Of course, we're going to do mystery stamping. We've got 2 card challenges. The first one posted earlier today, and the next one is coming, I don't know, later. There's a whole schedule in the Facebook group. But the event is really going to be awesome. And new this year, we're going to have make and take packets. We've had requests for this for a long time. And so now that I'm kind of doing this in conjunction with my my friends, we're able to offer make and take packets, and they're going to be so awesome. So we're going to do a few cards from each of our 3 lives. So the make and take packet will have 9 projects in it, and they're going to be really awesome. Now you can get them if you are in the live event, but you don't have to be. Anybody can get them. And they're going to be really awesome because they'll feature some new things. Well, of course, because it's a new catalog kickoff. So we're going to focus on the artistically inked stamp set, which is the one that the catalog cover features. And a little birdie told me that this DSP is part of your goodie bag. Just saying. Then we're also going to use the sending hugs, and I'm just grabbing the page for this because I can finally open the catalog on air. My gosh, it's just torture to not be able to do that. Let's see, I probably should have marked these pages ahead of time. Here's the sending hugs, and it's really cute. This was one of my must-haves on my order today. So that set is really sweet, and there's dies that coordinate with it, and they cut out the word hugs. Okay, then another set we're going to use is, let's see which one is first here as I'm paging through, the Party Puffin stamp set, which you guys, I'm sorry, this set is so cute, it's almost wrong because it's that cute. So the Party Puffins, that's this set. And I'm also using this during my game night next week. So we'll talk about game night in just a minute. Another set we're going to use is the Sweet Peach. And this looks like a lot of people are going to really enjoy this. So fun. Okay. And then the last set is Sweet Peach Party. Sweet Peach, Hugs, Party Puffin, Artistic. That's all 4 of them, sorry. Okay, so there's that. And you can order those. You can order those with your registration. If you are a team on my team, you can get a packet discounted, which is awesome. If you are on Stamp Happy Academy, if you're a basic or a premium member, in the events section on the Stamp Happy Academy page is the link to get in. Remember, you need to be a basic or a premium member to get it for free. Otherwise, you can register, and the link to register is in the description of this video. It's $10. Then we have a bunch of events, like I said, going on. So the make and take packets, we just posted this afternoon. Okay, someone said I should have posted the list earlier. Well, we waited to ensure that the products we were going to use were available because we wanted to ensure that they were all going to be okay before we posted anything, and they were, thank heavens, because you never know. Okay, the other thing that is going on is I have my game night the new catalog edition of Game Night is coming up, and I have some very cute projects for that. They are going to be, like I said, featuring new catalog products. The first set we're going to feature is the Party Puffins. I just mentioned that one. The next set that we're going to use is called Friend. It has friendship in the name. It has a punch that coordinates, that's flowers. And I can't find it because think I took it somewhere to take a picture of it because I'm trying to post all this stuff last night and we couldn't share any of those photos until today. But it has a punch. What did I do with it? I know I have it here. Oh, wait, this might be it. Here we go. There's my Party Puffins. Flowers of Friendship. Thank you. Oh, you guys are so awesome. You're telling me what they are. Here's the punch and the stamp set. You know I love a good flower punch. So, and like I said, the cards are really fun. And then the other set we're using is also in the new catalog, and so relieved that this was not one that wasn't going to be available. It is called All Squared Away, I believe. And it is towards the back. It's on page 117, All Squared Away bundle. And this, I'm really excited about. This one's going to be fun. And check that out. They're really fun dies to go with these really fun shapes. Oh, we're going to have fun. Like a lot of fun. So our make and takes are going to be great. Now, of course, if you don't have those sets, you can add them, to your registration. So it'll be a lot of fun. So Game Night is next Tuesday. You are going to want to register real quick, because registration last month sold out in less than 24 hours, and we are almost headed in that direction. Maybe not quite as fast, but getting really close. It's already 2/3 sold out, and it's been less than 24 hours since I posted it, I think. So make sure you get registered for Game Night. If you didn't get the email that I sent yesterday afternoon, you can email me, and the link, my email is in the description of this video for you. So, okay, now having said all of that, if that wasn't enough stuff going on, I do have two new classes this month. The first of which is the hand-penned petals, and we're going to make a card with kind of a fun technique with this today. Hand-penned petals is one of the new sets, and I really like it. There's gorgeous DSP that coordinates with it, and it's a really pretty, soft, gorgeous spring set. It's going to be very fun. And then the other, so that's my online class that I do with Kelly and Barb. Then my Creativity to Go kit that I do is going to be with the Pansy patch stamp set, or bundle, I should say. And we'll also be making a card with this and a cool technique. So I think it's time that we got started. I'm going to flip the camera and show you all these things that I've been showing, because I don't know about you, I'm kind of a visual person. So let me flip quick, and then we'll be stamping here in just a moment. All right. Oh, I guess I gotta flip my camera. There we go. Okay, so my Pansy Patch Creativity to Go kit, it's technically gonna be mailed out on the 1st, but it is my class for May. And then my other class was the hand-penned petals. So gorgeous. These cards are, actually, I have all the cards planned for this already, and they're really, really beautiful. Love, love, love them. I also have just another couple days to get in on my product shares. If you haven't done that yet, please feel free. Link is in the description of this video. There's several options. The I Want It All option, the DSP option, you can get just like the new printed papers, or you can get the printed papers, specialty papers, all that, and the color family papers. Then there is an accessory and a ribbon share. So all of those options are available to you. The I Want It All is discounted, plus the plus there is a freebie included. Okay, and hold on, somebody had a question. I'm going to show you the answer. One sec. Okay. So somebody says they can't find you. Let me show you how to get onto Stamp Happy Academy. Okay. Actually, oops. Kidding. Stamp Happy Academy. Okay, so when you go to Stamp Happy Academy, oh, there it is. The green bar, you only see if you're admin like me. Make sure you're logged in. So if you can see your name there, that means you're logged in. And then when you click on events, okay, guess what? There it is. There's the annual catalog kickoff. So you can click on there to get into the Facebook group. You'll only be allowed in if you are, oh, there it is. If you are a basic or a premium member, okay? That's how you do it. All right, next up, so we've talked about shares. Oh, we've got a couple specials from Stampin' Up! I needed to mention real quick. So the first one is something we've done every year. Trish, if you don't have the events tab, that might mean you're not a basic or a premium member, or it might mean that you're not signed in. So if you're having more trouble than what I just showed you to get into Stamp Happy Academy, please email us. We'll help you out. You can Facebook message us. You can ask for help. There's a thing you can ask for help on the Stamp Happy Academy website. Whatever it is, we'll take care of you so you can get in. Okay, Connect, Craft, and Collect is Stampin' Up! Special that when your order, whether it's your own personal order, a demonstrator order, a workshop order, whatever kind of order you're placing, if you're a hostess, just ordering for yourself, whatever, you can get an extra $25 when your total is $250 or more. Okay, now whether you place that order of $250 yourself or you and your friend collect some orders, we don't judge here at the Creativity Cave. It's however you want to do it. And yes, I have taken advantage of this several times today. So that special goes through, I want to say June 14th, but don't quote me on that. Okay. Next up, there is also a special for joining Stampin' Up! And honestly, if you have been ordering like $100 a month for more than 1 month, you should definitely join Stampin' Up! So joining is as easy as purchasing our starter kit. And what the plus is in the Join Plus is that you get an extra $30 in product that you choose in your starter kit. So normally it's $125 of product for $99 plus tax, no shipping, yay. This month you get $155 in product for $99 plus tax. So that's a really great deal. And there's tons of perks for being a demonstrator. Whether you want to do events or just enjoy a discount on your purchases, we would love to have you be a part of your team. I will tell you this, because I get this question asked quite a bit. Or actually what happens a lot is people tell me, well, they signed up under their friend or just under somebody they didn't even know. And then that person either dropped or they don't do anything with Stampin' Up! Or they needed help and they couldn't get it. So especially if you're wanting to run a business, I highly recommend choosing a demonstrator that is a good fit for you, somebody who's offering the support that you need. So if you want to run a blog, if you want to do videos, if you want to do the kinds of things that I do, you don't necessarily have to do at my level, but if you want to actually make money at your business, you definitely need somebody who can support you in that in that endeavor. And I would love to help you. And somebody just said, joining my team is fabulous. Thank you. Who was that? Sharon, I think. I do work very hard with my team to make sure that they have the support and they have the resources that they need to be successful, whether that is in their crafting endeavors or whether that is in their business endeavors. And it is a really important thing to be with the right person for what your goals are. I can't tell you how many times I've had people tell me that they dropped Stampin' Up because they either did not have an upline or their upline has never once contacted them or whatever. And having a good upline if you want to run a business is really nice. And having a good upline if you want a community of people is really nice. So there's a lot of benefits to joining with a good upline. The other thing I will tell you, and I'm really excited about this. I just announced this to my team last week. We are having an onstage gathering in November to enjoy onstage together as a team, and I'm so excited about it. It's going to be here in the Quad Cities, which is not too far from Chicago, and we are going to have the best time. It's really very exciting. I cannot wait to see my people. I've missed my stamping friends from stamping events, and so we are going to have an awesome time. And you have to be a part of my team to be able to enjoy that benefit. So lots and lots of perks. We'll talk about that more coming up. So if you have any questions or if you've been thinking about it, there's really no reason to not do this because there's no obligation. It's just good stuff. And thank you to all my sweet A Little Piece of Art stampers who are chiming in here. I really appreciate it. Last but not least, I have 2 ordering specials going on right now. One is when you spend $50 in my online store, you will get the Ice Cream Corner PDF. This, guys, is amazing. The projects are so awesome. Second, you also will get, if you spend $75, you will get the new square gems, and they are really pretty. I'm very excited about them. I don't have them yet, but I'm excited. They are right here. So you'll get the PDF plus the gems if you spend $75. And that offer is good through the 25th of May. So there you go. That's all the information. It's time to stamp. Oh my gosh. So the first thing I wanted to show you is a really cool technique. It's a watercolor technique, and I know you guys love watercoloring, or you like learning about watercoloring. And actually, I have, if you like to watercolor, by the way, I have a pretty cool announcement coming up. It's just not quite ready yet. I think it'll be ready next month. Too much happening this month for me to pull it off, but it has to do with watercolor, and it's going to be pretty cool. So I'm going to make a card with the hand-penned petals. Again, this is my online class, shameless plug, for this month. The cards are so pretty. And what we're going to do is a really cool thing to create a watercolor background without really watercoloring. Okay, so let me explain what I mean by that. And Barbara asked if they join, do they have until the end of June to reach the $300? No, they have until the end of September. You have your first full quarter to get your 300 in. And so it's the calendar quarters. Okay, so I've got my hand-penned stamp set. I'm going to pull off the detail image. And I want to stamp that onto my watercolor paper. Watercolor paper is important. And it's going to be really, really beautiful. Just this image, okay? But we're gonna kick it up. Sorry, I was reading the comments. It's hard to read and talk at the same time, especially if the words aren't the same. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is just position this on my Stamparatus. Now I've got my foam mat. This is like the deluxe foam mat because this is a photopolymer stamp set. And one of the reasons I'm using my Stamparatus to stamp this is because if I ink this up and I don't get the full inking, then I can stamp it again. And watercolor paper has a little bit of texture, and I'm going to use Stays-On ink. Now, the reason I'm using Stays-On ink is because I'm going to watercolor. It is waterproof, so that means it will not smear when I put water on it. It's actually an alcohol-based ink, which is the same reason why you don't want to use this with Stampin' Blends, which are alcohol-based markers, because just like, because it's alcohol soluble, meaning it will smear if you use alcohol in it, but it won't when you use water. Okay, so you can see I stamped that down pretty good. It looks good, but you know what? I think I might just hit it once more. Okay. Just get that really on here. Also, I have this silly little bead thing that does not actually even match my outfit, but it was sitting on my desk, and I don't know about you, but I'm one of those people who just has to play with stuff, you know? Okay, that's a little bit more vibrant, so I love it. All right. Now, oh, actually, I'm going to leave this here. Now, what I want to do is I'm done with this stamp. I'm going to keep this because we're actually going to make multiples of this card. So, actually, let's keep doing this. We're going to make 4 of these cards. So I'm just going to line this up on here, ink it up, and stamp it again. Now, I don't know about you. Even if you're not like a swap maker, which is what I make multiples of cards more often than I make single cards, to be honest. But one of the things that's really nice about the Stamparatus is you can make multiples really easily. So you see I set it up once, and then I can stamp it several times. So I love that feature of the Stamparatus. Just ink this up, stamp it down. Everything's lined up. There is 3 and 4. Then what I'm going to do after this step, and this, by the way, is a card I did for a swap earlier, last month. Okay, dun, 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 stamp it down, and perfection. Okay, and yes, this is all on watercolor paper, very important. Now I'm done with this stamp, or this step, so I'm going to get rid of that. And I'm going to put in a different plate. Okay, now on this plate, I'm going to stamp my 3 biggest flowers. Okay, so what I'm going to do is line up the stamps on my image. Now, one of the best parts about this stamp set, and what I think one of the reasons I love it so much, is that the stamps don't line up perfect. They're not meant to. It's supposed to be that kind of loose brush strokey look. And so that makes it real easy to work with. Okay, so now you can see I picked these up. I lined them up and picked them up, and I'm working this so that my cardstock is lined up on the edge of the corner here, okay? And then the magnets hold everything in place. Okay, now here's where the cool technique comes in. I've got my Stampin' Spritzer here filled with water, and what I'm going to do is just spritz this, okay? Not a ton, just a little, all right? So you heard me, I did 3 spritzes. If it's not enough, we can always add more. And I'm going to stamp this actually in my Pale Papaya, one of our new in colors. Okay. And when I stamp that on the spritzed area, it gives it a watercolor look. Do you see that? So pretty. Okay. And because I've been talking, this has been drying a little bit, so I'm going to add just a little more water. Okay. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to stamp my cute little flowers. This is one stamp, but it will stamp this and this. Okay, now that I'm going to do just with my block. I could line it up with my Stamparatus too, but sometimes it's easy to just do it, you know, like that quick. Okay, so the spritzing worked there too. Finally, I've got 2 leaves to stamp. Okay, and those I'm going to stamp, oops, okay, put them on smaller blocks. Woo, and I dropped the block. Okay, these I'm going to stamp with some Granny Apple Green ink. And again, I've been chit-chatting through this whole thing, so we need to spritz a little, well, they might be okay. A little bit here. There we go. Also, my watch just stuck to the magnet, but that's okay. Now what I'm going to do is stamp the leaf. Okay, now here's the thing. I just stamped the leaf in that water and it got wet. I don't want to bring that to my ink pad because it's going to kind of like water down my ink pad. So I'm just going to wipe it off on a little rag. It's a burp rag that I use all the time for watercoloring. And boom, boom, there we go. Notice that little drip came out? No problem, because this is a messy watercoloring technique, so it's okay if it doesn't stay in place. Again, wipe off the water, and we need just a little bit more right there. That was a lot of water. We don't need tons. But what I love about this is it just kind of bleeds out. Oh, one more. Like so. Okay, so there's our stamping. Now here, let's do the next one. It'll be quicker because I'm not going to talk through the whole thing. All right, so I lined this back up. I'm going to spritz this. 1, 2, 3. I'm going to ink this the big images up with my pale papaya. I'm going to do my little ones with polished pink. Boom, boom. And my leaves with my granny apple green. 1, 2, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So pretty. Okay, that's 2. Let's do number 3. Dun, dun, dun. So it's pretty quick to make 4 really pretty watercolor cards without much hassle. Ooh, I got a little more water on there. That might be good. Okay, stamp that down. Notice perfection is not a requirement here, which is part of why I love it. Ooh, this one's good. Look at that water kind of just bleed a little bit. Me likey. Okay, so 1, 2. Then just watch that so you don't get too much water in your ink pad, but the leaves weren't so bad. This one's probably my favorite so far. Look at that. Do you see just that little bleeding out of the color is so pretty? Okay, and last but not least, we'll do our 4th one really quick. And we will be all set. Where's my spritzer? Okay. Sometimes I like to just help the water get where it needs to be with my finger. Now this is pretty wet, so I'm going to take my rag and wipe it off a little bit. It's always good to have a rag handy. Okay. Ink it up. Do, do, do. Ink this up. Do, do, do. So pretty. Look at that bleeding. Oh, it makes me happy. It's the only time bleeding is a good thing. Okay, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I didn't even get that inked very well, but that's okay because it's watercolor, so it doesn't matter. Boom, boom, boom. All right. So there we have gorgeous, gorgeous cards. So quick. Okay, let's finish this card up because it's pretty easy. Now, I'm not going to actually put all of them together just to save a little camera time with you because once you've seen one, you're good. But I really love the look. Now, if things get too light on here and maybe you want to add a little more detail, you can stamp that again. So like if this is kind of blending out too much, just go right back over it and hit it again, and then you can get a little more color on there. That's fine. It's up to you. I got a little ink right here. I'm not going to worry about that because it's the look of the watercolor. Now, you want things to dry though. Let's see, this one's a little closer to being dry. So let's take this. Now this one is kind of an ugly smudge. Let me just talk about that for a second. To fix this, what I can do is take my water painter, make sure it's clean. Okay, so clean water. And then you can just like erase it with clean water. Look at that. It's almost completely gone. How nice is that? So I really like that feature. Okay, I'm gonna just hit this with the heat tool to dry it off. Okay. And then sometimes I like to turn it over. That helps get rid of the kinks in the paper. Okay, then I'm going to adhere it to a layer of pale papaya cardstock to coordinate. I love when stuff coordinates. It's so good. And then we have this gorgeous new pale papaya ribbon. Okay, look at that. It's got a little, oops. Yeah, there we go. A little texture weave to it. Oh, all right. Now, Cynthia said, great tip on erasing the water or the smudge with clean water. And it is a great tip, but I'll tell you the only reason it's possible is because I'm doing this on watercolor paper. If you did this on water or regular cardstock, like our basic white, all that you would do is have a wet spot on your card that was bigger. Okay, so there's that. That looks good. And then I have a polished pink card base to match. We're going to pop this layer up onto our card because you know everything's better popped up. So true. And I love it when my cards kind of match my nail polish. Obviously, I planned for that. I so do not. But it's nice when things work out. Okay, so that looks great. Oh, you know what I forgot to do? Stamp the sentiment. There's some really pretty sentiments on here. Feel better, friend. Congratulations. Anything is possible. And thanks. I always need thank you cards, and I love sending thank you cards to my customers. But where's my thanks? How am I not seeing this? Oh, it's just right here. Oh my gosh, seriously. Okay. So I'll add my thanks on here. I think it, even though this is popped up on my card, I think I'll be able to get it on here. Whew. That is good. Now make sure when you do stamp that, that the rest of it is dry because you don't want this to bleed out. This part is fine to bleed. This part, not so much. Now, of course, there's more. You guys, you know I'm not going to leave a card this pretty without any kind of embellishment. So I'm going to take my matte black dots, one of my favorite embellishments, and we'll take and put a couple of those on. And I think, oh, they just really pop this card up. We'll put a little one on that smaller flower right up there. Again, you want everything to be dry before you adhere embellishments on. And if that wasn't enough still, well, you know we could spritz it, and that would be all right. Just spritz a little shimmer on there, and everybody was happy. Can you see the shimmer? It's kind of hard to pick up in the camera, but it's there. Love it. So there's my first card with hand-penned petals. Again, this is my shameless promotion, my online class for this month. It's so gorgeous. Oh, so I would love to have you, I would really love to have you join us for these cards because they are so beautiful. Okay, our next card, and then of course I've got the rest of these I can put together later. So they all came together pretty quick. The next card I want to show you is actually an alternative from my paper pumpkin kit this month, but it features a new product that I'm pretty jazzed about. And that is, first of all, the paper pumpkin kit. Well, y'all knew I was going to love this one, right? Because it's got popsicles and rainbows and sunshine. Hello. Like, I love that. So that I haven't even made the projects for the kit yet. They're so cute, though. They're little popsicle-shaped cards, watermelon cards, and rainbow cards. So I thought what would be really fun is to take and make a fun little rainbow card. So I'm going to take one of these rainbow cards, and they're supposed to fold like this into a cute little card. But what I'm going to do is, instead of make it a card, I'm going to add it to my card. Okay. So for that, I'm going to grab one of these die cut pieces. It's just a little snippet. And then this is the little label. Hi. How are you?
Fine.
Good. Okay. All right, now, so the kit comes with these pieces right here. And then what I'm going to do is take and add to it a couple things. So first, I'm going to trim this card so that it's just the rainbow itself. I think I saw someone say, is this the kit I designed? I did not design a paper pumpkin kit. I designed a stamp set, and it is found in our January to June catalog. It's called Pretty Perennials. Okay, there we go. Ooh, so pretty. I love a good rainbow. All right, then the stamp set. So every paper pumpkin kit comes in the stamp set, comes with a stamp set. Now, Paper Pumpkin is a product only available in North America right now, but there are occasions where those kits are available in other markets, such as Europe and the South Pacific. And if you're not happy about Paper Pumpkin not being in your area, don't complain to me. I have no control over that. I'm just telling you. I always get people who tell me they wish they had it. I don't make these rules. Okay. So don't kill the messenger, I guess is what I'm trying to say. The kit itself comes with a little ink spot, but I'm just going to pull my ink pad out here. And I'm going to stamp Happy Birthday on here. And it's in a cute little font, which of course I love. So cute. All right, next I'm going to adhere this to my little glimmer paper. I'm going to use a little of my Seal Plus for that, just because this is really sticky stuff. And I will put it on here. And I think it'll stick very nicely to this little thing, this little element, I guess. Rectangle, that's what they're called. Okay, so that's cute. All right. Now, I've cut for this a couple of layers. First of all, I'm going to use a Bermuda Bay card base. So we'll just give this a good crease. Next up, I've got a 4 by 5 1/4 panel of Coastal Cabana. Obviously, I had to have the color that lets us know God loves us. And then I used a new set of dies, and pardon me, but the name escapes me. My brain is full. I can't remember, but this is just a standalone set of dies. It's not like a bundle or anything. It's just a set of dies in the back of the catalog. But look at this cloud die, stitched clouds. So what I did is I cut 2 layers. I started with quarter sheets, so 4 1/4 by 5 1/2 panels, one of Whisper White and one of vellum. And then I kind of did them, you know, at different angles. Okay, so I'm going to put these 2 layers together. And then, so I just put some adhesive on. I'm going to line them all up like that. Okay, and they will eventually go on this layer like this. But before I adhere that, I want to adhere this. So I've got my rainbow on here, and I'm just going to position this. So I've got a little more than half of the rainbow. Okay, and then I'll cut off the rest. So I'll put that on like so, and then I'll just trim off the rest. Of course, you can save this. Hold on to this piece. I'm sure something awesome can come of that. If nothing else, you could put it on the inside of your card. And then I'm going to take this panel and I'm going to scooch it down just a little bit, and we're going to trim off this white because it bugs me. That's the main reason. It's part of the rainbow itself, but it bugs me. So we're going to cut it off. Just so you know, I don't cut off everything that bugs me. Okay. There we go. All right, now I'm going to trim that bottom little bit off as promised. And voila. Doesn't that look better without the white stripe? I think it does. Okay. Now we have our cute little sentiment. We're going to add this to our card, but there's one other element from the kit that I'm going to use. And that is, there's some just like redonkulously cute stickers that come with this. So, okay. I am going to take that little sunshine and add it to my card like that. Okay. And then I'm going to pop up my sentiment right over the top. So I love it. Okay. Oh, a new sheet of dimensionals. There's just nothing better. Okay, so we'll put this on here like so. There we go. Okay, so we can see the rainbow, we can see the sunshine, we've got our sentiment, we've got our cloud layers. Oh, let's put that baby on our card to tie it all together. And then we're going to add one additional embellishment to this. And that is our little kit comes with some twine. I don't know, it's kind of bumblebee-ish looking. And we're going to add just a little bow of twine. And I've got a little secret to tell you about twine. Oh my gosh, this is baker's twine. And I think you guys are going to like this secret. Okay, so I just made my little bow right here with my baker's twine, and my baker's twine is looking a little limp. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my nail, my fingernail, and I'm holding the bow so I don't pull it undone, but I'm just going to run my thumbnail across the ribbon or the twine like it's curling ribbon. Okay, and then it kind of curls. So you can do it. It just makes it a little prettier. Sometimes you get a really good curl. I don't know. I might have given too much there. That one's pretty good. But sometimes it takes your limp ribbon and makes it prettier. Just saying. And that works for baker's twine. Okay, so now I've got my little glue dot. I'm going to tuck that glue dot log down and then put my no longer limp end baker's twine bow on top. You're welcome. But look at the little ends are kind of curly, which is cute. And if they're not doing what you need them to do, try it again. I don't know. Oh, that's it right there. Put it down. Maybe that was the trick. Okay. So stinking cute. I got good curls on that one. And all I can think of is the movie Elf. Buddy the Elf, what's your favorite color? When the girl elf is doing ribbon curls and he says 6-inch ribbon curls and she's like, that's not possible. He's like, just do it. You're welcome to a little inside track on my brain, how it works. You're welcome. Okay, so there is my card. Now we have this leftover rainbow piece. Shouldn't we probably do something with it? I think so. So what if I just took a piece of white and just tacked that. Tacked, is that an extra thing or an extra correct way to say this? I don't know. Pardon me. Grammar's out the door today, I'll tell you. Okay, I just stuck this down. We're going to put it on the inside of our card. So there's a little something in there for you. Oops, I thought this was a 4 by 5 1/4. I think it's a 3 3/4 by 5 inch layer, but that's okay. There we go. So cute. Isn't that adorable? So that is my alternative paper pumpkin card for you today. All right, my next card is going to feature the Pansy patch bundle. This is what my Creativity to Go kit is going to be about today. And I really wanted to use a couple of these pansy images to create a really pretty watercolory flower. Okay, so there's several sizes of pansy on here. And by the way, did you know our new photopolymer stamps are going to work so that you stick them in the case and then you can line them up with the pictures that are printed on the insert rather than on the plastic. And the reason why they did this, which is kind of brilliant, is because the time to produce the insert labels to print them is probably less expensive, but definitely more time consuming. So they can produce stamps faster if they print it on the insert than if they print it on the plastic. So I thought that was kind of clever. Now, I will still keep that that plastic sheet to cover my stamps, because the other thing I like to do with my set is I like to put the coordinating dies inside the case. And I can do that if I cover up the stamped images, because I also don't want them to stick to one another either. Okay, so I'm just, I wanted to take this stamp set that I hadn't put in the case yet and show you what I meant by all of that. So that some of the stamps have already been coming this way, like if they ran out of the old version of the case, they've switched over to the new version already, so you may have seen this, but if you haven't, this is what that is all about. Okay, so we're almost done. But the other thing is you can kind of see real quick what you're missing and whatnot. Okay, so there's 3 sizes of pansy. One's kind of a real little sort of a bud, and then the other is more of a full bloom, and then one's a medium. And then there's some really sweet sentiments that come in this set as well. So let me show you how we're going to create this card. And it's going to be kind of similar to the technique we did on the first card. So I put, this is just a scrap that I had left over of the watercolor paper that I've trimmed, you know, for various projects. So I thought this would be perfect. And I'm going to take my pansy, and I'm going to take the largest pansy image. And I'm also going to take the leaf, one of the leaf images. And then I also want the center piece that goes in here, which is the biggest one. Okay, to create this, and then we'll add a sentiment here in a minute. So for this, I'm going to start, and what we're going to do here is we're going to layer some watercolor on together. Okay, so I'm going to start with the spritzing once again. I'm also going to have my water painter handy in case I need to use it on here. But what I want to do is spritz my paper. This time I'm doing it a little bit more wet, and I'm just spreading that around with my clean finger. Make sure your finger's clean before you spread it around. Otherwise you'll have a mess. Okay, now I happen to have my polished pink stamp set here, and I think we're gonna also, well, let's just see how this goes. And because this is a scrap, if it doesn't come out perfect, that's kind of all right. Okay, so I'm just going to stamp that on here, and you can see it's wet, and you can see you're losing all the detail, and that's okay. Next, what I'm going to do is take that more detailed image and a slightly darker color. I'm going to use my Magenta Madness. And actually, now that I look at this, I'm not sure if I wanted Magenta Madness or Melon Mambo. So what I'm going to do to test that theory is I've just got a scrap. I'm going to use the leftovers from my card from a minute ago. Let me wipe this off. So it's got all that water on there. And I'm going to just test this on my regular cardstock to see if this will work. And still not sure. Jury is still out. Probably either one will work, but I'm going to go with Melon Mambo, not Magenta. Okay, so what I want to do next is take some Melon Mambo, and notice we've had a little time. It's still wet, but it's not like drippy, soft, super wet. It's just a little wet. And I'm going to stamp this over the top, and we've lost a lot of the detail, so if it doesn't line up, that really doesn't matter. But because we've let it dry a little bit, what we are going to do is save some of the detail. So some of it's real watered out, and then some of it is detailed. This is going to bleed a little depending on how wet what's left on your cardstock is. If you want it to be a little looser, you can soften the lines with your water painter. Okay. All right. Next, we need to add that center portion. And for this, I'm going to use Pale Papaya. Oh, you guys, this is already one of my favorite colors. I love Pale Papaya because it's just a really soft, beautiful color. And here's another little expert trick on a clean finger. It's so important. I'm just squirting a little water on my finger, double checking that it's clean. And I'm going to dab it in the center of my card so that when I stamp that in there, it will bleed, but it won't be crazy. Okay, so there's just a little Pale Papaya in there. Oh, so cute. Elizabeth says, do I need to sign something to be connected with your drawings? I'm not sure what you mean by that. Okay. All right, so there we go. So this is just kind of a loose watercolory pansy looking project. Okay, next, what I want to do is take and add a little greenery to this. Okay, so we've got our two greenery images, and just like before, we're going to take and stamp the detail first with some water, and then, or I'm sorry, not the detail, the more solid image first with some water, and then we'll do the detail over the top. Okay, so I'm going to just take and put a little bit of water on here, and I'm going to kind of cover up what I've stamped so far. You can use paper to do this too. I'm just going to use my hand because I don't want it to bleed too much right here, and I don't want the green and the pink to bleed too much because that's not going to be pretty. Okay, so we'll just stamp that, and look, it just bleeds out, and it's so pretty. I'm already digging that. You can see the edges stay a little bit more structured because there's not as much water there because, you know, I was covering it. Okay, now we need to talk for a second. Or you can speed the process up. Careful though, because that can run away from you. Now it's still wet, but it's just not like drippy wet. And also, if you want to get rid of that drip, you can just take a paper towel and soak some of it up. All right, now we'll take the detail and put it right over the top, and that's going to hold its shape quite a bit better. Okay, so look at how gorgeous that is. Love it. Okay, so I'm really happy with the look of this. So we're going to let this dry for a second. And then what I want to do is add my sentiment. Now, this stamp set has some really lovely words. So what if we took and put some on a piece of black and heat embossed? I think that might be kind of fun, just saying. So this sentiment is really sweet. It says, a little hello from me to you. Okay, so I'm going to use some Versamark ink to stamp this on my little scrap here that's about 1/4 of an inch wide. And then I've got my white powder. So we'll just get that in the embossing powder. We lost the little loop of the Y, but I think it'll be okay. We'll heat this up real quick. Now, one of the things with our suites of products that I think kind of, I don't want to say ties our hands a little bit, but we kind of get stuck in only the colors that are shared in the suite. So for instance, I went a little bit outside of the suite colors for my colors here. And I wanted it to be a little bit more, you know, outside of those colors. So it would be a little different, I guess is what I'm trying to say. And so I would encourage you, while the colors in the suites are really great examples of color combinations, and I love using those colors, definitely step out of your colors so that you can create some things beyond just, you know, the look that comes with the set. I hope that makes sense. Okay, but what I thought I might do with this is stamp a little something in the background. So I think what I'm going to do is grab my this is the dry brush background stamp, which I think is still current. Oh my gosh, I sure hope it is. And to stamp this, I'm going to use my Stamparatus, because I got to put my lid back on my powder, otherwise something bad's going to happen. But my Stamparatus is a really great tool for stamping a big background stamp like this because, oops, there's still stamps on there. My bad. I'll just flip this over. Okay, because this is a rubber stamp, I'm going to take the pad out because we don't need it, and I'm also going to put my magnets on the back. Okay, so I've got my card base here, and what I'm going to do is ink this up in some polished pink ink. But then I'm going to stamp off a layer of that ink because this will be very vibrant otherwise. All right, so let me show you how I do that. I'll take just a scrap piece of paper and put this in my Stamparatus. I will stamp this down. There's some ink on here, so I'm not going to use my sleeve today. All right, so I got rid of one layer of ink, and now I'm going to put my card base on here in the corner and stamp this down with what is remaining of the ink, which should be substantially lighter. So it'll give me a subtle effect rather than a dark, crazy effect. Okay, oh, that was really light. I might have stamped off too much ink. I'm going to press it in, kind of doing the reverse. I'm pressing this in like so, and hopefully we'll get a little more. Otherwise, yeah, we didn't get much. Let's ink it up again. That took off a little more ink than I thought it was. Maybe the polished pink won't be so bad full strength. Okay, we'll see. I think this is not going to have much of an in-between. Okay, so I'm just going to use the other side of my card. No one will know. And here we go. 222. All right, not so bad. Now when it dries, it probably is going to dry a little lighter, so not too bad. Oh, look at that. I'm loving this. Okay, then, of course, I'm going to pop this up. With some dimensionals. I've got a sheet I already had started that we'll use. And I'm going to put one more piece in the center, like that. And then we're going to put this right on our card. we've got that beautiful watercolor look. And then we're going to add our sentiment right across here. Okay. I don't want to cover up the center, so I think this kind of covers up that little area. I think it'll be good. I'm going to trim this like so, and then we'll punch the very end of this with our pick a banner punch. Just punch the little end off. Oh, so pretty. Okay. Like that. All right. Now, one more little detail. We've got some little bee trinkets. These dang bee trinkets are already on back order, but I'm going to add mine right there. And it'll be pretty. So gorgeous. Okay. Now, one more thing we can do. Actually, maybe two. Probably just one. We're going to put some clear Winka Stella on here. And to do that, I'm just going to smack this onto my card. And then I can also kind of add a little bit on here. Kind of carefully, because you don't want to get, tons. But just on the darker pink areas, I'm putting a little clear Winka Stella just to dress that up. And that is just gorgeous. So there's our second technique. So this is similar to the first one we did, but a little different because we're doing 2 layers of ink. So very, very pretty. Oh, I love how this turned out. And this isn't too bright. I thought it was going to be, and it's not too bad. You can see there's not much on the back. Nobody will even notice that it's there. Okay, so there's that one. My final card today is also really pretty. It's very simple. We're going to do something a little less springy and a little more manly. I'm going to start with a card base. This is also a card I made in a swap, by the way. I'm going to start with a card base that is Misty Moonlight cardstock. And then I'm going to pull in some Cajun Craze and Night of Navy, because those colors are going to match with this gorgeous DSP. This is from, hold on. I got to pull the pack out because I can't remember the name. This is the Beauty of the Earth DSP, and it really is. It's got a very gorgeous tree nature, but it's a watercolory look. So today's kind of a watercolor day. You guys, look at this pattern. So beautiful. Okay. So what I'm going to do is cut a piece of this to be 3 by 4 inches. So I'll grab my trimmer. It's already 3 inches wide, so we'll just cut it at 4 inches. And what I love about 3 by 4 inches is it cuts evenly out of a 12 by 12 sheet. So that's wonderful. And then I've got a 3 1/8 by 4 1/8 inch piece of Night of Navy to put this on. So that's going to be gorgeous. And I just love the look of this. So gorgeous. I love the contrast of the, rust color with the blues. Very, very pretty. Okay, so we've got our Cajun Craze layer that we're going to stick behind this. And just for fun, what I did is I cut it kind of a different, rather than a whole layer, I did kind of this special layer size. Okay, so we'll adhere that. Just kind of center it top to bottom, side to side. And then I'm going to adhere this to my card. Okay, so that's very pretty. Now we have a new stamp set called Inspired Thoughts. It actually comes in a bundle with some very pretty dies, big trees with some coordinating pieces, and we've got like a little landscape piece, and then, I don't know, a moon or a sun, whatever. Okay, very pretty. And so I'm going to take one of my sentiments out of here. And what I love about this is there's a lot of different ones to choose from. So kind of whatever you might need is really found in this stamp set. But they're really, I don't know, maybe nice. I don't know. There's a little bit of everything. So like there's a Christmas, there's a thinking of you on your special day, sending healing thoughts your way with heartfelt sympathy. Congrats, thanks so much. Hello, peace, love, joy, blah, 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 blah. So anyway, I'm going to do sending healing thoughts your way. Actually, I'm kidding. I'm going to do with sympathy. Because I don't know what I did with the stamp. I think I had it out, but I think it's on my other table. So anyway, we're all good. Okay, so I've got with healing or with heartfelt sympathy. Pardon me. Gosh, can't even keep my own plan straight. All right, and my little scrap is missing, so let me grab that behind me. Okay, so what I want to do is stamp this in some Caden Craze ink on here. Okay, and I'm just going to stamp it kind of at the bottom, and then I'm going to trim this off so it's about 3/4 of an inch-ish. Oh, that was too small. We'll try once more. Okay. That was too big. I just can't get it right. You know what? 3/4 of an inch is exactly the right amount, and I wasn't doing that. Let's try. Third time's the charm. There we go. That's it. When I said about 3/4, I meant actually 3/4 of an inch. Okay. So I'll trim this down just a little bit more. And I do actually like to use my trimmer to kind of trim that excess off so that it's nice and square. I find if I use a scissor, my snips or whatever, I definitely don't get it straight. And you can tell. Okay, now I'm going to take a little linen thread and just wrap this around my fingers, 2 or 3 fingers, depending on how big a loop you want. But all that this is a loop, like a double loop of linen thread. Okay, now I'm going to stick this on a glue dot so that all 3 layers are touching the dot of glue. Okay, they can be lined up or whatever, just that I want all 3 layers to touch. And then what I'm going to do is set this down onto my card, like so. Okay, so what that is doing is it's holding the 3 layers in place. And then I'm going to put my sentiment right over the top. And what I love about this is that it really gives me a pretty embellishment without it being like a bow or anything frilly. So I can give this to somebody and it's not over the top girly. Okay, so I'm going to put a couple dimensionals on here, and the dimensionals will also kind of trap my linen thread in place so it won't escape. And there we go. So that's nice, right? But wait, there's more. So we have to embellish it a little. So you can you can add this. Now, if this was for maybe a sympathy card for a man, I would leave it as is. But the other thing that you can do to make it a little less manly, a little more feminine, is add some gems. So these are the new genial gems. They're really beautiful. There's kind of a champagne-y, coppery, rusty-ish, pinkish, peachy color. I don't know what you would describe this as. Probably peach is probably closest. And then kind of a seafoamy, greeny, soft succulent. Does it actually name the colors? No. Okay. So what I'm going to do here, is put one right there and a bigger one right there. So just a real subtle little touch to our card to just add a little bling to it. Isn't that pretty? Oh, I love it. So let's take a look at what we made today, guys. I think we made some really cool cards. I hope you liked them. If you did, please do me a favor. A thumbs up would rock my world on here. And also subscribe to my channel. That way you will see when I come back. You won't miss anything. So we made this beautiful card kind of featuring some DSP and our new Inspired Thoughts stamp set. We made this gorgeous pansy card with the new pansy patch bundle. Also going to be part my Creativity to Go kit this month. So gorgeous. We made an alternative card from our April Paper Pumpkin kit. So gorgeous. And finally, I've got the hand-penned Petals, kind of cool watercolor technique that we did with some watercolor paper and some spritzing. So really fun projects. If you would like to get in on any of the things that I have going on in conjunction with the new catalog, let me know. I'm going to actually do a separate video kind of explaining all of this later on, but I will go over it briefly with you. So a few things. First, I have a few more days left to get in on my product shares. This is a great way to get a little sampling of all of the wonderful things that are in the catalog coming up without having to break the bank. And there's several options. You can get individual shares or the I Want It All and Save. So that's a great deal. Again, link in the description explaining all that. I have, as promised, the hand-penned Petals online class. This is the class that I do with Kelly and Barb, and it is just stunning. The cards are amazing. You will not be disappointed in this. I also have the Pansy Patch Creativity to Go kit. This is going to be really helpful if you've got the Pansy Patch bundle because it will talk about how you use the individual pieces. I'll give you lots of color combinations, and of course, we'll make some beautiful projects with it. Oops. These are the wrong ones. I also have, where did the rest? Oh, they're over here. I also have the big event is my new catalog kickoff party, which is just started up today, but will continue for the next week and a half. And there will be all kinds of fabulous posts. You can watch them live with us, or you can come back and watch the replays whenever you want. It's all, of course, recorded. There is all kinds of fun activities associated, prizes to be won, all kinds of fun associated with this event. So make sure you get registered. The cost is only $10. It's free for Stamp Happy Premium or Stamp Happy Basic members. So if you're a part of Stamp Happy Academy, you may qualify to get this event free. So that's really awesome. In conjunction with that, we're going to do some make and take packets that are so awesome, featuring some of the projects that we're going to be demonstrating during our live kickoff party. And you can get in on those make and takes whether you're registered or not. But I highly recommend being a part of the event because it's pretty awesome. Jennifer, no, I don't do extra paper pumpkins. I know. I used to, and it just, it's too challenging to manage that. I just don't have the space to deal with it. Sometimes people really want them, some other times they don't. So I highly recommend subscribing to Paper Pumpkin. That way you won't miss it out. The other thing we have going on this month is the Connect, Craft, and Collect. I love the 3 C's here. When you spend $250 or you have a workshop where you collect orders of $250 or more, you will get an extra $25 in Stampin' Rewards, which is on top of what you already get. And that's a really great deal. It runs, I believe, until March, what am I talking about? June 14th. Don't quote me on that. I don't have the information in front of me. But it's a great deal to get a little extra on your purchase because, we all kind of purchase a lot and no judgment, never judgment. But that's just a great deal. And then last but not least, I have an ordering special. If you spend $50, you'll get the Ice Cream Corner All-Star Tutorial PDF. By the way, I love my project this month. Actually, I love my project every month, but this one I really do. If you spend $75, you'll get both the PDF and the new square gems from the new catalog. And that is an ordering special through my online store. Links to shop are found in the description of this video. And finally, if you really want the best deal we have, that is to join Stampin' Up. You can get your starter kit for $99, and this month from today until May 31st, you will get an extra $30 in product that you choose in your starter kit. So $155 for the low price of $99 plus tax. The shipping is on Stampin' Up, so that's a great deal. It'll come with a paper pumpkin kit, all the business stuff that you need if you'd like to run a business. If you don't, that's fine. But you'll get 20% on up discount on all of your purchases. So if you're spending somewhere in the neighborhood of $100 a month, it is better to be a demonstrator. Of course, when you join my team, I offer amazing perks for my team members. Lots and lots of things. Stamp Happy Academy basic membership is free. You get online class PDFs every month. You get all kinds of discounts on my class packets that I offer. You get to be a part of an amazing community of people who totally get you, which is really great. We are all over the country, and it's a very positive, uplifting community of awesome friends that I have now I consider family, and we have a really good time together. I'd love to have you be a part of my team. If you have any questions about this, let me know, but it is the best deal. You can join and then place a $250 order and get a discount plus the extra free stuff. It's all good. So whatever you would like to do with Stampin' Up, you can do. It's a lot of fun. So if you have questions, let me know. Other than that, my friends, I will see you right back here next Monday for Reels, like on Monday. We're going to go back to Monday Lives. I will be leaving for my trip soon after that, but we've got one more Monday before I go. Thanks for stamping with me today. I hope you enjoyed this as much as I did. We'll see you again soon, friends. Don't forget the thumbs up. That would rock. Have a fantastic day. Do demonstrators get 20% off paper pumpkin? Yes, they sure do, Gloria. They get 20% off of any orders that they place, and you can be your own demonstrator too. Bow maker specials coming up. Not in the works at this point, but probably sometime not in the next month or two, though. It'll be a little while. Okay, so there we go. I hope you guys had a great day. We'll see you soon. Bye-bye.